Hi, Caroline Owen here, sharing a little mini yoga break with you today. And today we're going to focus on the shoulders, the upper back, and the chest, and just briefly touching on those areas. Really important to keep these areas soft and supple when you're working, especially sitting at a desk. One of the biggest challenges of sitting at a desk working on a computer, or now with us looking at our cell phones all the time, is that the head tends to move forward, right, off the line of the spine. And for every inch the head is forward of the shoulders or of the alignment with the spine, we're adding about 10 pounds of extra weight that the neck has to carry. So if your head is 2 inches forward, that's like your head weighing, instead of weighing about 10 pounds, it now weighs about 30 pounds for your neck to deal with. So we want to try and bring back some of that alignment and release some of the tension that may already be there from the work that we do in this world. So we're going to start by finding our posture. So I recommend you come a little forward on your seat so that you're not tempted to slump back and rest against the seat. So you want to try to imagine that your shoulders are right over your hips and then that your ear holes line up with your shoulders, right? And it's really hard to tell this on your own. So you may need to have someone give you a little guidance, have a look at you and see where you're at. We want to think about chin moving down and slightly back. So we can bring the ears over the shoulders by tilting the head back, but we want to try to do it by keeping the back of the neck nice and long. So we want to think about drawing the chin down and back. It may feel a little awkward or uncomfortable at first until we find that alignment. And then from there, you can gently lower the chin towards your chest until you feel just the very barest bit of stretch in the back of the neck. And from there, little tiny movements. So you're moving a little to one side, a little to the other, and you're really honoring and checking in with your neck. Necks are delicate, they're sensitive, and we never want to force them. So if there's discomfort in your neck with any of these movements, just stop, modify, make them smaller, or leave it all together. Okay, so that little side-to-side movement, if it feels good to you, you can make that movement a little wider so you can sweep the chin from one collarbone over to the other collarbone. Now, if you like to make full circles and that feels good for you, I recommend imagining a big clock face in front of you and let your nose follow the clock face. And that helps to keep your neck from hyperextending. So hyperextending means the head goes way back, and that puts a lot of strain on the delicate vertebrae of the neck. So you never want to be looking at the ceiling when you're doing these circles. You want to think about a circle by running your nose along this clock face in front of you. And that will help to keep your neck safer as you do these movements. So you go both directions. Right, and then coming back to the center. So the neck and shoulders are absolutely connected, right? It's all connected in the body, but the neck, the muscles of the neck move down and into the shoulders, front, back, and sides. So we really want to work as well with the neck, or as well with the shoulders as with the neck. So we're going to start by making our necks disappear by lifting up the shoulders. You can make your hands in a fist at the same time. And then exhale and reach the shoulder blades down, lift the crown of the head up. And then inhale, lift. Again, you can make fists with your hands if you like, and then release those fists. Reach down toward the ground. Feel free to coordinate your breath with movement as I am, inhaling up, exhaling down, or just move and breathe in whatever way is comfortable for you. Great. And then let's take the arms out to the sides. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, crossing one arm over the other across your chest, let the elbows drop down, let the shoulders relax and be wide apart through the upper back. And then if it feels right for you, you might round the upper back just slightly, drawing the head down to feel a bit of stretch, and then a gentle rocking movement side to side. So you want to keep the spine quite tall, just adding a little bit of opening into the upper back. And then you're going to come up to neutral, so you're lifting the neck or head over the shoulders again. And you can either stay here for a few more breaths, or if your shoulders allow, you can bring the backs of the hands towards each other, or maybe even tuck your bottom hand fingers under the thumb side of your top hand into the eagle arms, in which case then you can do a little movement with your arms to get into your shoulders. Now, this is a pretty intense position, so if it feels too much for you, stay here and you can move around from here. So either option, whatever works best for you, give yourself a nice hug. Notice which arm is on top. For me, it's the right arm. So when I do the other side, I'm going to do the left arm on top. You do whichever arm is opposite from what you're currently doing. So you're going to take a breath in and reach out. Exhale. Other arm on top. Relax your shoulders down. Relax your elbows down. Maybe draw the chin in slightly and really open up those shoulders with just a little bit of rounding in the upper back. And then you can rock side to side to get into those spaces around the shoulder blades. That's where I always feel it when I'm sitting too long. Right, and again, option here to bring a little more leverage into this position by taking the hands, backs of the hands towards each other, or perhaps taking your bottom hand, if this is available, tucking it under the thumb side of your upper hand and doing some movements here. So again, finding the option that works best for you. It might be different on each side, honoring your shoulders. And then eventually coming back, releasing. We're going to take the hands behind. If you're sitting on a chair, you can reach to hold the back of your chair, or you can bring your hands together behind you. We're going to relax the shoulders down and back, drawing the shoulder blades in and down while lifting the heart here. And you can take a few gentle, but full breaths. You're not forcing the breath, just nice and gentle. As you relax the shoulders, you're not trying to pinch and pull and make it happen. Just holding the arms back, relaxing them, and letting the breath fill that space in the front of the body. Great, and then releasing to come back to the center. You can float one arm up overhead, and then bring this hand back down if you find this comfortable into the space just along the spine, just below the neck or wherever you can reach. Now this is a little bit of a stretch for the triceps area and into the armpit. So you can see if that feels comfortable for you. And if you want a little more stretch, you're going to very gently reach that elbow back behind your head. You can gently press your head into your elbow. You want to keep thinking about anchoring this upper arm bone into the shoulder socket, right? So you're not pushing the upper arm bone out, so drawing in. You can use your opposite hand as I am to really feel the stability of that joint. If you're super flexible here, you might be able to reach your other hand behind and take your fingers, but that is absolutely not a requirement here. So whatever option feels best for you. And then you can release, do a few rotations, both shoulders. And then you'll float the other arm up. I'm going to bring it down to that space just below your neck or wherever you can reach. Maybe for you, it's just behind your head. Wherever it is totally fine. You're going to feel the stretch that's right for you. And if it doesn't feel right for you, you're just going to skip this. Okay? You could use your hand to gently draw the elbow back. And I like to gently press my head back into my lower arm to help keep my neck from being pushed forward in this position. Again, you want to think about drawing in with that upper arm bone into the shoulder socket so you're well stabilized here. And again, if you're really flexible and this would be easy for you, it's easier for me on one side than the other, to bring the fingertips together. Totally, absolutely not required. Good, let's release. Again, we'll do a few rotations for the shoulders. And then pause for a moment and tune in. I always like to check in and feel what the effects of the practice has been at the end, to notice and to appreciate the few minutes that I've spent on myself to give myself a little bit of a break during my workday. So you can pause for a moment, check in, feel whatever is present for you. And you're ready, you can bring your palms together and thank yourself for giving this gift of movement to yourself today, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.